Okay, so let's start. And the first thing you always have to do, whether you're knitting or crochet, is you have to make a slip knot. So I do the easiest slip knot in the world, which is just going right over left. Take the longer piece of yarn and go underneath. And put your hook there and snug it up to that hook, like this. So that's step number one. Now we have to make a small circle, so we're going to chain up 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To make the circle, we need to go back into the first loop. So I hold my yarn like this so I can push against that second finger. Go through, yarn over, and pull through both loops on the hook. Now we have a very tiny circle, which you will see after we put some more stitches in there. We are going to chain 3. And when you chain 3, I'm going to show you sideways, you have 3 V's here. And that length of 3 single loops is the same height as a double crochet. Now we're going to make 2 more double crochets because everything in this square is based on 3s. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that center loop or center circle. We go through. We're going to wrap the yarn around the hook. We're going to pull that hook through that middle circle. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. So then we yarn over and we pull through 2, and then yarn over again and pull through 2. Okay, let's do that again. We'll do it slowly. We are going to yarn over the hook. We're going to go into that center hole. We're going to yarn over one more time. We're going to pull that through the center loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Well, there we have to make sure it goes all the way through. Yarn over and pull through 2 more. So that is 3 double crochets, and that makes 1 cluster of 3. And now to make our first corner, we need to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to yarn over again. We're going to go into that circle. We're going to go through that circle. We're going to yarn over the hook. We're going to pull through 1 loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again and pull through 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through 2 more loops. Again, we're going to yarn over the hook. We're going to go into that center space. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through that center. And what this is called is drawing up a loop. So when you draw up a loop, let me just do that again. All that means is that we're going to do this. Yarn over, go through that center. We're going to we'll go over the hook and we're going to pull that right through that center loop. I hope you can see that. So now we have 3 loops on our hook and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 and yarn over and pull through 2 again. We need to do 1 more double crochet. So now we have another cluster of 3. We need to chain 3 for the second corner. Yarn over the hook, go into the center space, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, we wrap around or yarn over our hook. We're going to go into the center space. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the next 2. And we need to make 1 more double crochet for a cluster of 3. So let's take a quick look at this where we are. We've done 3, a chain space of 3. We've done 3 more, another chain space of 3. We've done 3 more double crochets, and now we need to make 3 more chains to make the next corner. We just need to make 1 more cluster of 3. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so to make this join, we just need to make the last corner. We're going to chain 3. And now we're back to the beginning. So we need to go into the 3rd chain on 1. I'm going to turn this around so you can see the V's. 1, 2, and 3. We need to go into the 3rd chain on the hook, or 3rd chain up from the bottom. Please go through the front and back leg. So this is the front leg, and this is the back leg. And you have to go through both of them. Now, a lot of people just miss that step, and they're a little bit lazy about it, so they just push through that first loop. If you do that, it will look a little bit messy, and it will not look very secure. So we need to go through the front leg and the back leg. And let's push through both of those. 1 and 2. Now we have to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. We're slip stitching this and pull through. Our very last final step is to yarn over the hook again and pull through that loop. Take your handy dandy scissors and cut about 4 inches away. There we go. Take your hook and pull that loop through, and that'll form a little tiny knot in the corner. So let's look at what we have. So we have a cluster of 3 chain space. We have another cluster of 3 chain space, cluster of 3 chain space, and 3 more. Do not worry about this first chaining of 3. It will look normal after your stitches go into the corner. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see, you cannot tell a chain 3 from a double crochet here. It all looks the same once you fill your corners in. Okay, and so this would be the end of row 1. Whoops, the end of row 1. Okay, so this is the beginning of row 2, and we are going to pull out our fuchsia color to join in one of these corners. So again, we need to make a slip knot. So I just go right over left, make that little circle, bring the working yarn underneath, that is the longer strand, pull it up and snug it up to that hook. And now we're going to choose a corner to go into. I'm going to choose this corner here. We are going to yarn over and pull the hook through that corner space plus the loop that's on the hook. And that's just to secure it. It makes a little tiny knot. And so we're ready to go. So we're going to chain 3, make the 3rd one a little loose because you will be going back into that chain 3 space when we come back around. So the height of this is the height of a double crochet. And so we need to make 2 more because we're doing series of 3s. And of course, I'm sure by now you realize everything is based on 3s with these granny squares. So first we yarn over the hook. We go into that chain space. We yarn over the hook again and we pull that loop through. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. I'm going to scrunch that to the side. We need 1 more. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that corner space. We're going to yarn over, bring the hook through there. I hope you can see that. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 chains and pull through 2 more. So there's our cluster of 3. And now we need to chain 3. We're going to yarn over and go into that corner space. We're going to wrap the yarn around the hook. So we're just going to go like this. I like to hold my yarn like this, so I just go underneath like that. But if you're someone that likes to wrap over like that, that's fine too. So we're going to yarn over and go into that corner space, yarn over and pull through 1. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more. Okay, yarn over, go into that corner space, put the hook through, yarn over again, pull through, bring up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more. So now we need 1 more double crochet to make that corner. Yarn over, go into that chain space, go through, yarn over, pull through 1, and then pull through 2. And that's our corner made right there. Now we need to bridge the gap between here and here. So we need to do a chain 1. And that chain 1 will bring us across here to the other corner. We're going to yarn over, we're going to go into that corner, we're going to draw up a loop, we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops and 2 more loops. Again, we're going to yarn over, go into that chain space, we're going to go in, we're going to draw up a loop, we're going to pull that loop through, we're going to wrap around the hook, and we're going to pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 more. And we just need to do another double crochet so that we have 3. And now, you've guessed it, we need to chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. We need to go back into that space, so we need to yarn over, go in, and do 3 more double crochets. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Now you can pause here if you need to work on this part here. It just continues and goes around, but I'll go through that with you right now. We're going to chain 1, that brings us across these 3 double crochets. We're going to yarn over and go into the next chain space. Yarn over, bring that hook through the corner. You see how it appears through there. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Again, we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook. We're going to go into that corner space. We're going to push through. We're going to grab the yarn, so you can go over like this. You can physically go over like this, or you can have the hook do it, where you just a small motion and you pull it through. See, it's coming through that chain space. You have 3 loops on the hook, and we yarn over again, and we pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 more. We need another double crochet. And now we need to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. 3 more double crochets in that corner space. 1, 2, and 3. Now it's time to bridge the gap to go over these, the cluster of 3. We're going to chain 1. And now we're in our last chain space. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that chain space, yarn over and draw up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2. And now we need to do 3 clusters of double crochet, then a chain of 3. And now we need to go in just 1 more time, and that'll finish that corner. So we're yarned over, we go in, yarn over, pull through a loop, go through 2, go through 2, yarn over, go into that last corner space, draw up 1 loop, go through 2, go through 2, yarn over, go into that chain space, yarn over, draw that loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we just need to do 1 more chain 1 to come across this space. We yarn over and do a chain of 1. Now we need to look sideways here because we need to go into the 3rd chain from the bottom. So that'd be 1, 2, and 3. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can see that. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to be going into this chain 3 space here. You might have to push it through a little bit. So there's the front leg of it. And there is the back. Whoop, there's the back leg. Make sure to go through both of them. So you're going through the V. Now once you have that V on there, and it might be a little tight, but remember I said to try to keep that 3rd one loose. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So you're pulling through the V that you've put on there, plus the one that's on your hook right here. Just pull that through, and that completes the square up to this point. Now, since we're doing a continual color, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, and that 3 acts as a double crochet. But when we come back around, when we go all the way around, we come back here, we're going to be putting 2 double crochets into this space here, into this middle space, and then joining with the 3rd one. So you'll see it'll be a cluster of 3. But now we still need to go across here, so we need to chain 1 more. So all together, you'll have 4 chains. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go into the corner. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that next chain space, yarn over and draw up a loop. And we're going to put 3 double crochets here in the corner. 2 and 3. We're going to chain 3. We are going to go back. To finish that corner, we need 3 more double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. So we've completed this corner here. 1, 2, 3, this is our 3rd row. We are going to chain 1 to come across these 3. And now we're going to yarn over and go into that center. Go through the center, yarn over, bring the hook through that center space. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and draw through 2 and draw through 2 more. Whoops. Just need to pull the yarn here and maybe pull the camera down too. Yarn over and go through that space. Yarn over and pull through 2 and pull through 2 more. So we're going to put a cluster of 3 there. 1, 2, 3. We need to chain 1 to go across these 3 and go into the corner. So you always chain 1 every time you go in between the clusters of 3. We go into the corner and we need 3 double crochets in this corner, a chain of 3, and then 3 more double crochets. So there's 3 double crochets, a chain of 3, and we go back in to do 3 double crochets. 1, gonna pull the yarn here, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1. We are going to go into the next space, and we're going to do 3 here. Now from here on, every corner is pretty well the same. You chain 1 and go into the next corner, and I'll finish this row with you. And what's going to happen is when we join up, it's just slightly different. We're going to chain 3 for that corner and do the next 3 double crochets for that corner. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We need to chain 1, and we're going to chain 3 here. We chain 1 and we go into the corner. 1, 2, and 3. This is our last corner that we're doing. So we need to chain 3 to make that last corner and do our last 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. And then we chain 1. Now, we're going into this last space, and like I mentioned before, you will have to be putting 2 double crochets in this space and join it up to the 3rd loop here. So we yarn over, go into that last space, the center space, and we do 2 double crochets here. And to make the cluster of 3, we're going to join it onto this one. So we need to count up 1, 2, 3, which would be here, We're going through the front and the back leg. Okay, so what you should have on the hook is the original one here. Go through the front and back leg of that V-stitch, yarn over and pull through all three, and that connects it. So this is the end of row 3. So now since we're keeping it all the same color, we just continue here. We don't need to cut the yarn. We're going to keep going. And so here we're going to chain 1, 2, and 3, which acts as a double crochet. And we're going to do 2 more crochets in this space here before the corner. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that chain 1 space here. We're going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We're doing it one more time. Yarn over, go into that chain space, yarn over, we draw the loop through there, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So this gives us our cluster of 3. So we have the chain of 3, and then we have 2 more. So there's our cluster. And now we just chain 1, and now we proceed to the corner again. So we're going to go into the corner. We're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to chain 3. Whoops. We're going to chain 3, and then we do 3 more double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. We chain 1, that bridges across here. We yarn over and go into the next space, and we do 3 double crochets here. Again, we need to chain 1 to bring us over into the next space. Yarn over, go into the next space here, and we're going to yarn over and go through 1, go through 2, and just put 3 double crochets in this space here. So we're going to yarn over again. We need a chain of 1 here, and then we're into this next corner space where, you've guessed it, we're going to yarn over and we're going to do 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now we need to chain 3 for the next corner, yarn over, go into that chain space, go into the corner space, yarn over, pull through twice. That's number 2, and this is number 3 double crochet. So let's look at what we have. We are on row 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 4th row. We've done this corner. We've started here, we've gone to here, around to here, and now we've done our 2nd corner. We're going to chain 1. We're going to go into the next space and do another 3. Okay, so I will go around here and we'll meet back at the beginning where we started. I'll turn this upside down. We're going to go around, and I'll meet you back when we come here. Okay? So this is we're halfway through row 4. Okay, so we've come to the end of row 4. I've gone all the way around, and now I'm here ready to join again. So I did this last cluster of 3, and now we need to bridge this. We're just going to chain 1, and then we need to attach it here with a slip stitch. So let's count up the sides. 1 V, 2 V, 3 V's. The 3rd chain up, we're going to join with a slip stitch. We're going to go through the front and back loop. Okay, so that's on there. And we're going to yarn over. So we yarn over here, and we're going to pull through all 3 loops. We're going to pull through the front and back loop. So from now on, when I say go through, I mean go through the front and back loop. So I probably will not be repeating this. I'm just saying it because for the beginner lessons, I want to make sure that you go through both legs of the V. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through there. Might be a little tight. And then pull through the one on the hook. And what that does is it completes that segment of 3. Let's take a look. So basically here we have, these will become the 3 double crochets. And that is the end of row 4. And so we're going to continue here, because now you will have to do a chain of 1, 2, 3, which is like a double crochet. And when we come back around, we're putting when we go all the way around and come back here, we're putting 2 double crochets right in here, and this will be the 3rd one. Okay? So we need to do 1 extra chain to go across. So we chain 1 more. So it's a double crochet plus 1 chain. Now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that center space. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And we need 3 double crochets in this space. Okay, we're going to do chain 1. That'll bring us back to this corner. We're going to put 3 double crochets in this corner, a chain of 3 and 3 more double crochets. And chain 3 and back into that corner space. Now, I'm pretty sure you get the pattern now. I'm just going to go a little bit further with you and then we'll join back later together. After you do the corner, you have to chain 1 to bridge the space of the next the next cluster of 3. Yarn over and go into the next space. We're going to do 3 more double crochets here. 1, 2, and 3. Again, chain 1, yarn over, go into the next space and do another 3 double crochets for another cluster of 3. Chain 1, yarn over, go into the next space, and you've got it. We're doing 3 more double crochets. Now, there's different types of granny squares. This is the basic type. If you wanted, you could make them each row a different color, which is kind of cute actually. Also, granny squares take on a whole different look. There's so many things that people call granny squares now, and I will be showing you some of those, and they get pretty interesting and really intricate. Okay, so let's just do the last chain 1, and we're going to go into this corner space. Again, we do 3 double crochets and chain 3, and then 3 double crochets. So there's a cluster of 3, chain 3, and another 3 double crochets. Now, we're going to just take a look at where we're at here. We're on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you back up at the beginning, which is right here. Okay, so we're at the end of row 5. We're almost right back to the beginning where we started. So we're just going to chain 1. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into here, and we're doing our final last 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Okay, and now this one that we started with, we're just going to match up and hook up to the 3rd chain. So we need to turn our work sideways, and we see here that it is 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go into the 3rd chain, and then there's that space chain of 1 right after it, and then the 3 double crochets are after that. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through all 3 loops on the hook, and that completes row 5. Okay, and you see how that formed that last triple crochet. Now, the next step is, some people like to stop on row 5. if you want to join the two squares together, I actually do a sixth row of just single crochet. And then we are going to be doing this zipper stitch here. Okay, so don't cut your yarn. We're just going to simply go into this one chain space and do a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through that loop, yarn over and pull through the two loops on your hook. Again, we're going to go into each of the previous loops. So go into each one all the way across. And when you come to a chain one space here, you go in there and make one single crochet. Now, if you don't know how to do a single crochet, I do have videos on how to make all the basic stitches. Now, for joining purposes, I'm actually putting in 3, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to do 1, 2 single crochets, and 3. I'm going to take my hook out and tell you why. This corner and this corner, these two loops, leave this one center one, and I'm going to be considering this to be my corner space where I'm going to join right here at the beginning. Sorry, flip this around. Right here at the very beginning. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way around. So let's just continue. We're just doing a single crochet. 1, 2, and 3 in the corner. Now you can do 5 if you'd like, but 3 is actually sufficient. Don't forget to go into that first double crochet when you come out of that corner. Sometimes people miss that one. It's kind of sneaky. You might have to pull your stitches back, and there it is right there. Go through and do a single crochet there. We're going into each of the top loops here of the double crochet. Go through the V, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Go into the chain 1 space here, yarn over and pull through that chain 1 space, and yarn over and pull through 2. So again, we're going through the top V of these 3 double crochets. Okay, and we're doing this all the way around because it makes a nice neat edge. 2, 3, and again into the chain space, 1 single crochet, and a single crochet across the next 3. 1 single crochet in each of the double crochets, 1 in the chain 1 space. And I'm just going to go up to the next corner with you. And you can play this back if you'd like, or any part of this video. If you need to catch up or you need to check again to see what I've done. So you're going into every possible loop, every V. And when you come to the corner, which is at the chain 3 space, I'd like you to do 3, but you can do 5 because many books tell you to do 5. Now you can do 5, that'll still work out, but when you join squares together, I like to have the one in the center here, flanked on either side by 1. Okay, and so we're going, now don't forget, this is that tricky spot here. When you come out of that corner, a lot of people miss that first double crochet. So go through that V on the top of this double crochet here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through again. Okay, so we just need to keep going all the way around. And I'll meet you back at the beginning. I'll meet you back here when we come all the way around. So this is row 6. Okay, so we're coming to the end of row 6. We are just going to go into the last few single crochets. And here's the last one here, which is the last 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to go into there. It's a little tight. Don't worry, you can always get it. Okay, there we go. So at this point, we have finished the granny square, and this is the end of row 6. And if you've liked this video or learned anything, please hit the like and subscribe button and let me know what else you'd like to learn to make. Just leave it in the comments below. Thank you.